Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm busy prepping some wood for the campfire. We're going to be doing some beer reviews and we're going to make a Mughlai chicken curry, which is a dish that has its roots in the Indo-Persian cuisine of the Mughal Empire. We're going to cook that in a billycan over the fire. So I'm going to finish this wood prep and then set the cooking system up. So we've got the cooking system set up here. We've got the FoldingFire to use as a base for the campfire. We've got a metal tripod and the 1.8 litre Pathfinder bush pot. Now the good thing about the tripod is that we can adjust the height depending on, you know, how much heat we want to get to the pot. So if you just want to simmer it, for example, you can just kind of lift it up like that. And if you want a faster cook, you can just lower it near it to the flame. You could put a chain on, but to be honest, it's just easier to do this. So I'm going to go and get some twigs and get the fire started, and then we'll see what Trish is organising in terms of ingredients. So I've just got some very dry pine branches on the FoldingFire there. It's been really dry recently, so they should get the fire going nicely. So I'm going to get this going with one of these little wire wool firelighters. They're really handy. I've seen some people actually just get a spark on and light them direct, but I can never manage to do that for some reason. So what I've got here is just some cotton wool, which I'm just going to tuck underneath it, and a little spark on there should send that up, and then hopefully we can get the campfire underway. There we go. So the fire is well underway there, as you can see. Some people have asked about the FoldingFire and how it's held up since I've had it. We've used it quite a lot in the woods over the winter, and it's fine. I guess you look at the wire mesh and think it might eventually begin to erode, but it hasn't at all. It's I think it'll last for a good few years. But I'm really enjoying the Cranborne Poacher. I've had this beer before, but I was just reading the blurb on the back. It says, "They say there's no such thing as a free meal, but as you wind your way through wooded hills towards the tiny village of Cranborne, you might chance upon a charming rogue who says differently. For years, the Cranborne Poacher has roamed these parts, outwitting both authority and prey in pursuit of pilfered plums and a pheasant for his pot." So I wonder if it's probably a real guy from the past, the Cranborne Poacher. So here's to him. Cheers. We're just going to let the fire burn down, get a decent bed of coals, and then we're going to get the little pot on the go. It's been a while since I've used the Pathfinder pot. It's a cracking little bit of kit. Got quite a decent sized butterfly handle. They're fold in as well, you know, so if you're taking it in a backpack or anything. And the bail arm, it's you know, it's got a few notches on, so you can kind of keep it in position, and it holds itself up there, which is really useful. And the lid, you know, the lid clips in as well. So it's a decent little pot. I think it's pretty sure it's 1.8 litres, but I could be wrong. Looking at it, I think it is. So yeah, we'll be cooking soon, I think. Well folks, we've got the fire going and Tris has laid the ingredients of the curry out, so let's have a look. We've got some diced onion here, and we've got some finely chopped ginger and garlic, and a mixture of spices containing garam masala, coriander, tumeric and salt. And we've got a chicken stock pot and some butter. Then we've got some chicken thighs which have been marinated in yogurt, lemon juice, cumin, cinnamon, cardamom, chilli and salt. We've got some ground almond flour, a cup of water, some double cream, some cashews, some dried apricots and some fresh coriander. And the first thing we're going to do is get some oil in the billy can, add the onions and get those straight on the heat to fry. So we've got the chairs out and the reindeer pelts on them. So they'll probably get chilly later on, and the onions are starting to sizzle there. But hold on a minute, what's that? Something just caught my eye. It looks like a trio of Beavertown ales. So what have we got here? On the left it looks like we've got a nanobot, which is a 2.8 session IPA. Then on the right we've got a Bloody L Blood Orange IPA, 5.5, bit of a middleweight. And in the middle there we've got a proper heavyweight. It's the Beavertown Lupaloid IPA, weighing in at 6.7%. So I think I'm going to start with the nanobot. So let's get it open and give it the taste test. Straight away, as you would expect, citrusy nose. Not too much, but just nice. To be honest, not that much flavour. You know, it's a 2.8%, so it is, and I've said this a few times on the channel about certain beers, but this is really practically pop. It doesn't have any weight at all. It's an absolute featherweight in terms of taste, but that doesn't mean it's not nice. It just doesn't have much taste, not a lot of depth. But I'm guessing, you know, in the middle of summer, red hot Saturday afternoon, might be a bit early to start on the real session beers. Then grab one of these out of the fridge just to quench your thirst. It's a thirst quencher, that's what it is. It's a thirst quenching beer. So we've got the ginger and garlic going in here. Those onions are browned. We'll put the butter in there as well. So we've just taken the pot off the heat while we get the chicken in. We just figured it'd be safer that way. And then we're going to get it back on, fry the chicken for a bit before we add the rest of the ingredients. So the next step is to get the spice in. Oh, it already smells lovely. Are you struggling, Tris?
I'm struggling. I think I've had too many gin and tonics.
So that's a stock pot, but I guess you could just use a stock cube, couldn't you, Tris? Like
Yeah, you could.
Is it chicken flavour, is it?
Chicken.
So the almonds have gone in, and you can really see the curry starting to take shape. So we've got cashew nuts, and what are those, apricots?
Apricots.
And the apricots in there, and then in goes the cream. And then finally the coriander goes in. curry is looking really nice. So yeah, the nanobot went down really quickly. So this is the Beavertown Bloody L Blood Orange IPA, 5.5%. Not a lot of information on the back there, but the can is pretty interesting, so let's give it a go. I can imagine it's going to have a very citrusy flavour. Let's check the nose. Actually not very citrusy at all, surprisingly. It doesn't have, I was expecting a very kind of sharp citrusy blast there of like orange, but it's more like a marmalade, so you're getting a slightly bitter lingering aftertaste. It's nice actually. I mean, there's nothing outstanding about it. There's no really strong flavours or anything like that, just a mellow marmalade. The can is definitely interesting. Yeah, so that's another decent beer. I mean, these Beavertown beers, they aren't elusive. You know, you can buy them in supermarkets. So yeah, grab yourself one of those. A nice warm weather drink as well, especially if you like mellow marmalade. So we're on to the final beer. This is the Lupuloid IPA 6.7. Can looks pretty nice. Green ring pull on the top there and crazy pink colour or purple. Let's give it a go. Oh, slightly lively. Oh, I missed the nose. Oh, it doesn't have much. Didn't miss much. I think I'm getting like coffee notes coming through, which is a bit weird. Yeah, it's got like a nutty, it's got a nutty aftertaste to it. I have to say, for a big heavy hitting 6.7 beer, that is incredibly drinkable. So the curry's done and we're just getting on some naan breads. One of them is broke, but it's no big deal. So the FoldingFire comes with this attachable grill plate, which is ideal for grilling meat or whatever, but it should work fine with these naan breads. So the curry's done. It's looking great and smells fantastic. Well, there you go folks. That's not a bad little meal for a Saturday night in the woods. Well guys, this is beautiful. It's really nice, so well done Trish.
Oh, thanks.
So that's a Mughlai curry, chicken breast, yoghurt. And that's not even yoghurt, is it?
It wasn't chicken breast either.
It wasn't even chicken breast. It is actually really nice, isn't it?
I think cooking over the wood as well, it's given it like a smoky taste, hasn't it?
Morning everyone. I tried to sign off this video last night, but we were a bit worse for wear and it didn't really work out, so I thought I'd do it properly this morning. So we camped over in the shed last night. We've got a big double camping mattress that we keep in there and a double sleeping bag, and we just sling the reindeer hides down and makes for a comfortable night's sleep. Got the wood burner in there, so I'll get up early in the morning, I'll put the burner on, put the kettle on top and get a brew going, and then I'll come out and do a wander of the woods. And on a day like this, lovely Sunday morning, blue skies, no wind, it's really nice, especially in springtime. The bluebells are starting to come through, especially under some of the areas that we've cleared. You know, we've been working hard towards a woodland trust management plan over the past few months, just trying to clear out some of the mid canopy and get more light to the forest floor. And it's beginning to pay off. There's loads of bluebells coming through in areas that weren't there last spring, so it's good to see. But if you get up and walk around quietly first thing in the morning, you get to witness some of the local wildlife. There's always rabbits and hares. Up the north end of the wood, you usually see roe deer in the morning. You can always see signs of where they've been sleeping. They make these kind of beds in the earth, deer scrapes they call them. I saw a common woodpecker earlier on. Last night we always hear the resident tawny owls, but we've also had a long-eared owl visiting the woods over the past few months, which you know, they're quite rare actually these days, because they're in direct competition with the tawnies for territory, and the tawnies always tend to win, the more dominant. But we have one, we hear him calling during the night. So yeah, what a lovely morning. So I'm gonna continue my walk and finish my brew, so I'll sign off properly. So as ever guys, thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch up with you again in the next one.